Well, that brings up another good topic, because we've had people that just kind of wonder about the backgrounds of our guys and our contributors, and what their experience is. Obviously, you guys can go read their bios. We have the experts page where you can go read a lot about these guys. But people still ask. I mean, hell, I go out with Richard, and you just sit there wondering, like, how in the hell is he this good? How did he get this good? How? I mean, tell me about just your history of getting into crappie fishing. When did you start getting, because you grew up around Table Rock doing a lot of bass fishing, if I remember correctly.
I grew up on Table Rock. I came here on a coon hunt's what I did. I used to train coon hounds, and the guy that built Buckside Resort, John Mangum, he was my guide. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but he put me to work. He wanted to hire me because he seen I was an honest kid. I was a kid. I was young. It was about 1989. Came up here, and I come from bass fishing, Table Rock. So I'm not going to use the word I use, but all these guys crappie fishing on Truman, I called them the P word. That's for girls. And back then, in 89, 90, 91, 92, bass fishing on Truman Lake was like pond fishing. It was very good. It'd take 25, 30 pounds to win a tournament. But then I learned after 5, 6, 7 years, and I fished bass tournaments, and I won some good ones. But when I learned there's an art to going to crappie fishing and catching numbers and catching big fish. It's kind of like bass fishing, but it's crappie. Instead of going to catching numbers, you put that toward catching bigger crappies. So, man, I just studied them and time on the water. And if I didn't even have a boat part of the time. I'd beg anybody to take me fishing, and a lot of guys did. And I just learned, just on the water and just watching them. And before live scope, catch limits every day, whether I be rigging. I had a 360 that I was really good with, and I catch limits every day. But the live scope has, its technologies came a long ways. When I first started crappie fishing, I didn't even have a graph. I had the little Lowrance graphs, is about 4 inches. Didn't even work. Didn't need it.
Right.
Did not need it to catch crappie.
Yeah.
Just technology and paying attention and studying a lake. And I've been to a lot of lakes. You can look at my history. We've been to a lot of nationals. We've done really well. And I think there's one nationals or maybe two over the 20-some years that me and my partners fished that didn't get a check-in. Now, sometimes we fished in the 30s, but there was a lot of those.
Yeah.
Lakes, plumb down to Florida. So we've had a good run, and just time on the water. And people ask me about how do you catch crappie every day, and my answer to them, and I don't know how to put it into words, is think like a crappie. Man, honestly, that's it. I lay up at night thinking what I'm gonna do tomorrow with this wind. Get a cold front coming. You got this, and it's hard to put into words how to do it, but just go through the motions. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because like for me, I love to fish. I love to hunt more, especially turkey hunting. I mean, I will dream about turkey hunting and deer hunting. I will dream about it. Yeah. Is that, like, when you go to sleep at night, are you dreaming about crappie?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm dreaming or I'm still half awake. But I'm thinking about crappie, because I'm already, when I go to bed at night, honest to God, I look at my trips, and I got 2 trips tomorrow, say. I'm already got my plan for the morning trip and the evening trip. And I know, used to, without live scope, I knew I could pull on this spot and catch 8 or 10 fish, this spot catch 12 or 14, and then here I'll be done.
Yeah.
Now then, with a live scope, if you understand crappie and you understand Truman Lake or any lake, you don't have to be on Truman. Understand live scope, understand crappie, time of year, you can pull into one spot, just like we did, and catch your limits of fish and never pick that trolling motor up. I don't like to move once I set up. I have not moved. I don't know when's the last time I had to set up and fish and pick up and move, other than for weather. Today I had 2 trips. I picked 2 creeks, and they're probably 8-10 miles apart. Caught limits in the first creek, caught limits in the second creek. The first creek was in the front half, second creek was in the middle to back half. Different water. So just thinking like a crappie and letting your graph do a little work. I pull in and I down scan. When I start seeing them little dots, I shut her down, put the boat going into the wind, and start fishing.